Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Holliston High School's Kamitian Field, where Holliston girls soccer. Here we go. Holliston girls soccer is playing this is the ultimate derby match. Holliston girls soccer Panthers are playing against the Hopkinton Hillers. Oh. And here we are. I'm your host, John Drohan, and I'm here with my co-host and also the godfather of Holliston soccer, none other than John Marshall. Mr. Marshall, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
And of course, this production is being brought to you by none other than the Holliston Hub. Our executive producer today is also the executive producer of the award-winning show Money in the Law. That is Mr. Tom Harmon, who is also, we talked about Tom Harmon as being, he's part of Money in the Law. He is the third leg of the stool. And we also have Lindsay Crane here today, who I think is going to be staying for a little bit. But Lindsay is also one of the crucial members here at the Holliston Hub staff. So it is arguably the nicest day in the history of October.
Oh, it's a beautiful day. Oh, you couldn't have a better day than this. Yeah.
And because of that, we get to watch. We get paid a lot of money to do this, so that's beside the point. But we are getting to watch Holliston take on Hopkinton, and I'll tell you what, Holliston has their work cut out for them today.
Oh, that's very, very true. The first game of the year when I saw Holliston play, I thought nobody is going to beat these guys. And unfortunately, 2 weeks later, my friend here told me that they had just lost 8-0 to this team, and I just didn't believe it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to imagine.
To see this match
today. It's kind of hard to imagine that Holliston, who's coming in today with a 10-3-2 record. So Holliston they got a first round home game they're looking at here in the playoffs. So Holliston having a really successful season. Hopkinton, they are coming in today at 14-0-1. So they have one draw, and the rest of the time they are on the winning end. So Hopkinton having a very, very, like a championship caliber season. And as we said, Holliston has their work cut out for them. I wouldn't be surprised if Holliston maybe changed some tactics. I got some insight from the coaches before the game started, but we're about to get underway. And as I said, it is an absolutely phenomenal day, almost extra warm, almost too warm for a 22 October here in New England. But you couldn't ask for a more beautiful, beautiful day. We've had beautiful weather here. It's almost not fair. It's like something's coming, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, so we're underway. We have a couple of new starters here from the last game that we did here at home for Holliston, and we'll look at some of these Hopkinton players. I know that I've talked to both coaches before the game that there's some people that we definitely need to look for on both sides, particularly on Hopkinton, who are having some really good seasons, and as well as have been recruited and are already committed to go to college. Some rather prestigious schools as well. So we'll talk about that today in the broadcast. So Holliston with the throw-in early on. Holliston, of course, is in their crimson red, traveling from northwest to southeast, and Hopkinton in the visiting white. Glad we don't have to see that Hopkinton green today. So it's not a big fan of that color, as again, that's just been ingrained in me from Holliston competition against Hopkinton. As I said, this is a derby. You want to tell me what a derby is? Explain to our listeners, because you're the one who taught me. What's a derby when we talk about a derby?
A derby is 2 local teams that play one another, and normally when the crowd turns out, they're probably double in size. They normally get.
I think we have a good crowd today. Probably in the 22 to 24,000 today. I'm not sure. Right. We haven't got. We'll get a number from the ticket counter.
Yeah.
So this is. Of course, a huge rivalry for Holliston, as Hopkinton always is strong in everything. Every sports competition, it always seems like we had to get up and put it into a different gear for the Hopkinton game.
That's quite true.
So Holliston on the outside. There's Ainsley Doniger. Ainsley starting on the right-hand side. She keeps it in. She got the right ball across, and Doniger isn't able to hook it enough to put it in front of the goal, but had some space on the outside. Talking to Coach Brielle Chadsey before the game, and she said we'll have to disclose Holliston in the last time that they played Hopkinton earlier this season in Hopkinton, lost by a score of 8-1. So it was a pretty one-sided game. But talking to Coach Chadsey, she had said that 20 minutes into that game, they were holding them, and they did well, and they were in good position. So we'll see if Holliston can play small, play to their strengths, and see if they can stifle this seemingly dominant Hopkinton team. There's Kate McCarron on the outside. She's the freshman, the all-star freshman, and McCarron, physical, not unlike her old man Tim McCarron. So McCarron, nice ball across, but it's a two-hopper. That's Taylor Scaff, number 99, who's in goal for Hopkinton. So play on the outside. Along the back, we have, of course, the left back, junior Claire Fitzgerald, who has been a stalwart player all season. One of the center backs, Caitlin Queely. Other center back is, of course, Lila Bausch. Bausch is, of course, the captain. And on the right side, we have the freshman, Lucy Mancuso, number 14. So Holliston they've been solid across the back this year. And let's see if they can untie this Hopkinton team. Doniger, nice play, good challenge. So
in the first 5 or 6 minutes of the game, one of the things I noticed, right, they're going to have to be careful of their right winger. There were two or three episodes when she collected the ball, picked up the ball beautifully.
So that's
really, I've always have been very impressed by the young American girl players, and they show a tremendous amount of skill, and it's just what she showed over there just now, and I'm really interested to see what happens.
There's McDonald. That's Kayla McDonald chasing on the outside. As we sit here and we see Holliston match up, we look at size, we look at speed, and Holliston has a tremendous amount of good athletes. But the thing that it inevitably happens is, how can they hold with a team that's going to play consistent, that's going to stay within their game plan, and be able to just methodically move the ball and then be able to strike when the opportunity presents itself. And that's the keys to that's the answer to the puzzle. I can't hear him, but I can hear myself. There's a ball through, and that's trouble. That's number 17 for Hopkinton, pushed away. So one of the people I was talking to Coach Tom Skiba earlier before the game. Number 10, Madison Recupero for Hopkinton, she is already committed to go to an Ivy League school in New Jersey. I think they call it Princeton. And in our practice, when we talk about when your kids get into college, the rule of thumb is if your kid gets into Princeton, they go. There's no arguing about it. Yeah.
Oh.
So, and she's going to play some soccer. It's number 11, ball in the nice play on the outside. That was Doniger back helping out. So what we see, as you talked about earlier in the game, is that Holliston's packing in and bringing those midfielders down to help out.
Yep, they're doing just what they should do. Now the trick is that then when the breakout comes, they've all got to get back up on the attack again. And
there's trouble in front of the net. Ball in, nothing doing, and Kira Lucas is there. Saw Kira's dad on the walk-in. Kira's dad, Brad Lucas. Brad Lucas from the other service academy, the Air Force, one of the other service academies. I don't know if that's number 2 or number 3. Oftentimes it's Navy and Air Force kind of oscillate between. They fight for that number 2 spot, with Army being always number 1. Army is always. It's a big distance between Navy and Army and Navy and Air Force. Anyway, Kira Lucas's dad, Air Force, former Air Force officer. and also not a bad Holliston softball player. So good job by Bausch on the outside to double up against Recupero and stifles her. So Holliston, 8 minutes in, is doing a relatively good job of maintaining or controlling the Hopkinton attack. And Holliston's had some opportunities. They had some balls down at Hopkinton. We'll see what can happen. So in the midfield, we have both the Holden sisters, both Anya and Hannah. Hannah is the Holden midfielder. I mean, that is, you can't make that up any better. I made that joke up. That's her last name. Yeah, I said that. So Hannah Holden, the holding mid, and Anya, of course, is number 17, the senior captain, attacking mid. Always a threat to score. So McCarran, the freshman, is chasing up front, and I think McCarran's kind of. We saw her; she hadn't started earlier in the season, but she's earned that striker spot because she is strong, fast, can hit with both feet, and that gives Holliston the capability to put Kaylee McDonald on the outside, who probably McDonald is arguably one of the fastest kids in the league. So Hopkinton with the throw on the Holliston side again. Hopkinton trying to see what this Holliston defense is all about.
Well, at the moment they're doing very well. Actually, you can't fault the positions they're adopting. They're all coming back when they should come back. They're all going up when they should go up.
So far, the soccer analysis is so far so good.
Oh yeah, certainly.
And that's the trick, right? I mean, especially when you're playing against a good side, it's, at any time things can break open, so you always have to be ready. So you have to, think small, play small, stay with the fundamentals, stay with your mark, and oftentimes if you do that, good things will happen. So Holliston earns a throw. Mancuso with the throw. So Holliston keeping one deep, real deep. And that's Quealy.
I always think anyway that teams play better against better sides. And, I think the reason is because the other sides do the correct thing and they don't do anything stupid. And so I think it helps to be up against a really good team.
All right, so Holliston with a free and a little bit of danger. We have another Holliston softball player that just showed up, none other than everybody's favorite player from South. That's Jason Smith. We call him the goalie. Ball in. Not bad, not a bad cross.
It was a lovely cross.
And Holliston couldn't get ahead on it. McCarran was there. She's probably the tallest player on the field right now, and she just missed it. Here comes Hopkinton on the counter.
Yeah.
Lucas out to handle that. No problem. Holden. There's Bausch trying to find McCarran. McCarran sends it forward. Here comes McDonald. McDonald in pressure. Gets a piece of it. Is able to deflect a little. Doniger's there. She's going to chase and try and keep it down. And here comes Mancuso, just like we talked about.
Yeah.
We talked about those backs. They want to stay back, but then when the opportunity is there, they get up.
They get up, exactly. Very good.
Ball goes out. And it's going to be a Hopkinton throw, and here it comes. Holliston needs to do a better job of kind of stopping that middle pressure. And there's Recupero, and Recupero's trouble. Recupero in. Recupero shoots. Left foot. Doesn't get a lot on it. They were able to stay with her, but she had a pretty reasonably good look at the goal.
That's very good, yeah. That can't allow her to have plenty of time when in front of goal.
That could end up. You can end up paying for that down the road. Chadsey said she's happy to let Hopkinton pass around the back, and she'll sacrifice that and be able to put more people down in the defensive zone, let those midfielders come back and assist, especially on the outside. There's Fitzgerald on the outside. There's Quealy pressure. Allison not doing a bad job of maintaining, at least keeping the ball in front of him.
Well, I think you saw there that winger I was talking about. I mean, she gets the ball and she just want to hammer it across all the time. She pulls it back and keeps it under control and pushes it slightly back to somebody coming forward. And it's effortless to do something like that.
So Hopkinton,
I'm surprised how often it's not done.
Yeah, Hopkinton, they don't seem to be playing with any. There's not stress. I mean, they're 14-0-1, so they're
playing a controlled game, which is great. I hope they can keep it up.
And I think that's it, right? If especially at this level, if you can get, teams, players, or sides to get frustrated,
yeah,
and then they start trying to do something that they don't normally do, and maybe you can take advantage of a mistake. That's O'Connor for Hopkinton on the outside. She sends it out. So O'Connor's number. So the strikers that Holliston's trying to control. O'Connor, number 9. Recupero, number 10. Number 17. Looks like it's Nicole Tedstone. So that's your attacking force that Holliston's managing.
Yeah.
So today's ball goes down. Hopkinton player goes down. No whistle. That's Mulvaney. Lauren Mulvaney, the freshman's come in. Mulvaney does a good job of clearing that ball out, but Hopkinton's going to let it go out and going to be a throw. So as I said, today's game is brought to you by the Holliston Hub, formerly known as HCAT, or alternately known as HCAT. Holliston Hub is the all things, all information here in Holliston. And we cover a wide variety of programming to include religious services, all high school sports, town meetings, and then we have some very interesting award-winning program. Of course, the award-winning program of Chief Cassidy's Story Hour. I think he's won a couple of Emmys, or daytime Emmys, or cable access TV. I mean, I'm not sure. I'll check with Tom. Tom's going to know the answer to this. But and then of course there's today's game is brought to you by one of the programs called Money in the Law. For those of you who don't know about Money in the Law, it's a show that talks. It airs on Saturday mornings, but also airs during the week. Here's Hopkinton, nice play on the outside. Here comes Hopkinton in the strike, and great play by Claire Fitzgerald. She disarms that Hopkinton attack by herself. So Holliston defense is holding their own. Here comes McDonald. McDonald sends it forward. Just there's a little miscommunication there with Lauren Mulvaney. So what do you see in Holliston? I mean, the last game we saw, Holliston had a tough loss. What are you seeing them do differently here that's making them be able to keep pace with this good side?
This time. They're just controlled. They are playing the game, a very strategic game. They are just keeping. They know their marks. They're keeping their marks, but then they're going up on the attack at every opportunity they get. And then they're getting back on defense as well. And
you call that good football, right?
Sort kind of attitude. It's something we didn't see last time. I don't think that the secret of controlling this team is taking out the communication between number 10 and the winger, number 9 over there. Because if you watch, everything that's dangerous comes when those two get working.
From 10 and 9, yep. So that's O'Connor and Recupero, yep.
Yeah. Correct.
So Holliston with a free, unable to capitalize on that. A lot of hands up in the air. I think everybody touched it with their hand at that point, but no whistle, and here comes Recupero trying to find, doesn't get a piece of it, and there's Mancuso, the freshman, unfortunately, doing a good job on the outside, and there's O'Connor. Mancuso chasing, he's going to get some help from Quealy. Quealy's there. O'Connor with a shot, puts the ball across.
He's
unable to control it. There's a shot on the ground. It gets back to O'Connor's trouble, and it's cleared. Nice play, cleared by Mancuso. So Hopkinton had a pretty good opportunity at that point, was unable to pull the trigger.
See, but it was these two again.
And icing down the back. Allison's going to reset. Doniger doing a good job, really, really pushing hard. And this is where it looks like Coach Chadzi is going to bring in some subs, and that might not be a bad idea. It might not be a bad strategy here in order to keep some fresh legs in, as Holliston's trying to keep that pressure in the middle to keep that ball from getting down in their end. And they're doing a reasonably good job. They're doing a good job of kind of marking and staying in the midfield.
Job.
Yeah.
They're doing an extremely good job. Now, did you see how she controlled that? It was straight to her feet.
There's Recupero again. She puts it on the ground, and Lucas is there. Nice play.
Yep.
Kira Lucas with a nice save.
That was a lovely shot. It stayed a few inches from the ground all the way out. All the way in, I should say. And
so Hopkinton again unable to capitalize.
Yeah.
Here's McDonald. So McDonald on the outside trying to get space, and is able to keep it. So Holliston's going to get the throw. Good hustle by McDonald. It's Mulvaney. Shot. Ball goes up. Oh!
That was a good shot.
So Mulvaney with a great turn and got a lot of pace on that ball and just went up over the crossbar.
Yeah.
Just missed. Nice play by Lauren Mulvaney, the freshman. So here comes some fresh legs. We have Ellie Gramfors coming in. We have Lauren Capella's coming in on the right side. She's a senior. So Gramfors, Capella, and Mulvaney still up front in the strike position. Mancuso everywhere today. The Hopkinton throw. We're halfway through the first half. Score of 0-0. This game is also, as we were talking about the Holliston Hub, so the Holliston Hub is now allowing for sponsorship. For those of you listening, if you want to sponsor, if you have a company, an organization, you want to sponsor a game, have your company or your organization discussed here by our professional hosts, you may do that. Today's game is brought to you by Main Effort Financial, and here comes Hopkinton. That's trouble. Nice play by Lila Bausch. Bausch is able to take it off at number 21. That's Riley Colleran came in. Colleran's a freshman. There's Bausch. Bausch again.
Nice.
Bausch comes away with it and sends it.
That was an extremely nice tackle. She picked her out and marked. That was the dangerous person. She picked her out and marked her before she got the ball. She was right up her back as the ball came to her.
So two nice tackles by Captain Lila Bausch, having a stellar her senior year, great season. And is the anchor of that defense back in that back line. Who'd have thought that you'd be dealing with the sun? Looks like that sun coming in from that westerly angle. Could be trouble for Lucas if she gets a shot coming that way. There's Fitzgerald's there. She pops it up. There's Recupero.
Don't let it
Recupero, nice
shut
pass inside.
Look at that.
And Bausch is there again. Nice
there you
play
go.
by
It's
Bausch.
that combination again, the 9 and 10. You got to stamp that out.
Mulvaney's there. Mulvaney on the outside. Mulvaney's looking. Mulvaney's got Caitlin Clark down. And it gets cleared. Bausch is there. Bausch is able to pop it to, that's Holden. Capella goes over her head, and it's going to be a Holliston throw. Nice play. Another nice play by Lila Bausch. So Holliston looking to try and find some opportunity in transition.
Well, they're not being forced back on total defence. They are bringing themselves back. They are. It's back and forth. If you sat there watching this game and you had no idea who the teams were, they say they're an extremely evenly matched couple of teams.
I mean, Holliston's they did have that opportunity, and there's Mulvaney again.
Yeah.
Bausch tries to connect with it on a one time, puts it out, and it's going to be a Hopkinton throw. The 24th minute, still no score. Holden on the outside. Sends it, gives Holliston a chance to reset. Another. It's going to be a Holliston throw. Nice play. Mancuso with the throw in, and there's Capella. Capella has got Clark. That's Caitlin Clark. Tough touch for her. And there's Recupero making her pay for it. Recupero up the middle. O'Connor.
Oh, come on.
Fitzgerald on the outside defending. And Bausch is there to clear it and clears it out of bounds. So nice play by Claire Fitzgerald on the outside. I think that was number 22, 23. Might have been hard to see what Hopkinton player that is, but here's Grand Force sends it forward. Mulvaney chase Holliston trying to put some pressure up front to maybe force a mistake by Hopkinton. That's Anaga Kulkarni, number 16 for Hopkinton. Seen her a bunch. She's done a good job. She's that holding mid and comes up on the attack. Looks like Hopkinton trying to put something. They've had some opportunities.
Yep.
And it's just a matter of being able to.
Still got to watch. I've noticed with that number 10 of Hopkinton that they come on the attack. She heads right out for that touchline. She creates as much space as she can. She didn't come in.
Mancuso on the outside coming up from the back, and she's able to beat her. Still there. Pressure runs into some Hopkinton trouble, and there's Mancuso again. Comes away with it. It's Paige Kutchman. Kutchman in. Kutchman sends it forward, trying to find Mulvaney and can't. There's Grand Force. Still alive. Ellie Granforce on the outside. And it's going to go across the end line. 25 in. Some more Holliston subs coming in. It's like Doniger, Holden, and McDonald coming back in. Capella, Clark, and Grand Force come out. Good job by them being able to hold. So Holliston subs doing their job and maintaining keeping order on this. Fitzgerald's there. Kutchman gets the ball taken, and it's a whistle. Kulkarni gets the foul. If you're 14-01, you're not going to get that foul. They're going to call it on you. Trying to get the ball forward. Doniger fighting. Pushes the ball inside, and there's nobody there, and there's I don't know what that was. It was there was one of the Hopkinton defenders jumped in front of her own goalkeeper, and that could have been real trouble. There's Recupero. Marked by Quealy. Quealy trying to stay with her. Recupero gets space. Quealy's there. Bausch is there. Bausch is able to send it, and it's going to go out. It's going to reset. So Recupero, another drive towards the goal, and unable to get past the Holliston defenders, Kate Quealy and Lila Bausch. There's Recupero again. Sends the ball in the middle. There's a shot, and just wide.
You shut down that number 10.
That was
number 9's got
Nina Zoganatos. Had a look, took it with the left foot, and was unable to connect. Good ball in by Doniger. So Hopkinton with a good opportunity, unable to capitalize on that. And long ball in, and it goes off of Doniger. She's not able to come down with it. Hopkinton with some players coming in. Carney's coming out. And looks like Prisco coming out. Sorry, Prisco coming out. Emma Prisco. The tricky part is, I have my glasses, my reading glasses, so I can't see the game over my so it's just one of those things. One of those things you have to work through. That's my biggest problem, and things aren't too bad. Holden sends the ball forward right to the wrong person. That's Recupero. Why don't you? It's like kicking it to Lionel Messi, and there's Mancuso. Mancuso all over the field today. Doniger there. Doniger, don't get frustrated. There's Bausch chasing, and Bausch she's going to clear it and give Holliston a chance to once again reset in their own defensive end. In the 30th minute now, still no score. And in the last game, this is where Coach Chadsey said things started to break down. Let's see if Holliston can sustain this to the end of the half and take this.
Well,
try and eat this elephant in small bites.
They should be able to do that because I don't see them stressed at all. I see them just
McDonald,
two equal teams.
Holden's chasing. Holden's there. Yeah, Holden gets a foot on it. Nice play. Anya Holden gets a foot on it. And a nice ball forward by McDonald. And here comes Holliston. Kutchman, a nice handle in the middle that sends it forward, and there's nobody downrange for Holliston right there. Shout out to all my softball brethrens that are here today. Jason Smith, we said. Timmy McCarron, of course, Kate McCarron's dad. Brad Lucas. See if there's any, usually there's McDonald, J-Mac. He's usually here. I don't see him. Usually makes himself known.
I think you're going to see Hopkinton go a little quiet because they pulled off that number 9, and I've noticed it's sort of not as sparky as it was before that.
Let's see if Holliston can take advantage of that.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Holden.
Yeah.
Holden's good. That's
the frustration foul.
Looks like Holden may get some sort of a talking to here. Yeah. So Holden with a little jersey grabbing and maybe some extra pushing.
Yeah, I think she was kind of intimidated. I don't blame her, to be quite frank.
She was just testing the waters there. See what exactly.
She's trying to get her own back because she's been mauled a little bit on the way in.
Right, if you're going to do that, that's not the end of the world to do it down there. So free kick for Hopkinton from their own end. Send it forward, and there's trouble. And Holliston able to clear it out. Mancuso again. That's freshman Riley Colleran was on the other end of that pass, and they're looking for Holleran again and Mancuso, two freshmen. Hopkinton, freshman Colleran and Holliston freshman Mancuso battling it out on this left-hand side for Holliston. Throw in. Doniger hits. And it's going to be a Hopkinton throw. Looks like it's a Hopkinton free. I think they called a handball. Zoganatos is going to take it. Zoganatos free in dangerous area. Sends it forward. Sends it to the crowd. Trying to find somebody. Alex Clark sends it in. Bausch is there, gets a piece of it. Doniger has it, still in, and it's going to be a Holliston throw from deep in their own end. Entering the 34th minute, still no score.
Stop.
There's Recupero trying to make something happen.
Across. There you go.
Ball in, trying to find somebody. Fitzgerald's there. Nice ball in, but Claire Fitzgerald was there to get a piece of it and stuff it.
Come on!
It's like Recupero's starting to get a little bit anxious here as she's trying to make something happen here. And there she goes. That was Allison Green, who's able to get on up. It goes right to Kira Lucas. So things like that, if you're a good team, a good side, and you're used to being able to capitalize and take advantage of those type of situations, score. You're used to scoring in times when you should score.
Yep.
What does that do to you if you
get a little
constantly
frustrated in the end? You get
stuffed. Ball bounces over Lucas's head, and she missed it.
Well done.
Oh no!
Holliston
caught a break there.
Are you sure Holliston player didn't kick it away?
What's that?
I'm saying, oh no, it's a corner. Okay, all right. I thought a Holliston player sort of kicked it away, that it wasn't a missed shot.
No, it was. She had a clean look, and she had a hurry. She was in a crowd, and I think it might have been Allison Green, number 4, had the look. And because as Lucas came out, she misjudged that ball. It bounced over her head, so Green was there looking at the goal with nobody in front of her, and unable to capitalize. Just put it wide. So Holliston catches a break. Those are the kind of things when those kind of lucky bounces, sometimes those could change the game. All right, and we have a player down. Looks like that's Mancuso goes down. Mancuso, the freshman, looks like she tangled up and she might have got caught in the side of the head. So during this injury, we're going to take a quick break. All right, we're back. The injured player for Holliston is senior Kaylee McDonald. Looks like she may have caught a boot in the head when she went down. She went down with a Hopkinton player, and in that kerfuffle, she might have gotten hit in the head. So, not sure what, but she's making her way off the field now. But she looks like she is definitely uncomfortable.
One of the interesting things that I see is the combination of 9 and 10 on the Holliston team. I think is the most dangerous combination of two players I've seen in this level of soccer for a long time. Now, for some reason, she's gone off and she's not even out there to come back on again. So I'm wondering if there's some kind of problem. If that's the case, that's a problem for Hopkinton, because they are, I'd say more than 50% of the dangerous attacking plays come from those two.
Especially early on. So maybe it looks like looks like right now Recupero is still on. Madison Recupero is still number 10.
She's still there, and she's still very, very dangerous. But the danger goes up exponentially when number 9 comes back on the field.
So Marin O'Connor is on, and there's a ball in, trying to find somebody. Nice play on the outside before by Claire Fitzgerald. Claire Fitzgerald doing a great job on that outside, stuffing any type of that Hopkinton attack coming in from that right-hand side. So white ball throw in, and it's Recupero, and Holden's there, and it looks like Hopkinton's going to get a corner. So this is Hopkinton's, I believe this might be Hopkinton's first corner of the game.
I think it is.
And Recupero's going to take it. And this is trouble because that son, Lucas, is up.
Yep.
She misses it. Still there, and Lucas is there and makes a great play. Crashes into her own player, Quealy, but does a good job, is able to scoop it up. So nothing doing on the Hopkinton, but that's a tricky corner right there into that son.
That was a very,
Lucas is looking right into it.
It was a very well taken corner. But I think, again, it was too high in the middle. Nobody really could have really got to that. That's the problem with that. But still, it was still a well-taken corner. Anyway.
There's Holden, puts it forward, and Capella's on the outside. She's unable to get to it. So Holliston trying. It's there. It's not there. There is potential there for Holliston to. They've had some scoring opportunities.
Absolutely. I mean, they're not out of this game by a long shot. They don't even look as though they're. I think it's a 50-50 game. Each team is playing very well. Nice controlled soccer. The defenses are helping out the attack. The attack is helping out the defense. It's just what you expect to see.
That's right. That's why everybody paid for their tickets today. That's why, right? That's why you and I get paid what we get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Call these kind of soccer matches. So, and this is where, these are the, and I tell this story to anybody who will listen. So now we'll tell it to the listening audience. Is I didn't know anything about soccer as a kid growing up. I just, I never played, and it wasn't until I met my father-in-law, who also happens to be the color commentator here on this show. People who are unfamiliar with the game, they'll look at this like, it's nothing. What a boring game, right? And they'll, they just don't. And it wasn't until many years of training and where you finally making some sense, where I was able to understand it, and and here I am.
But that's very, very true. I've been over here quite a few years now, and people would say exactly the same thing to them. How can that be I would say, well, a great game that was. How can it be? There was no goal scored. And the point is, it's not really.
So we got a Holliston corner right now as we're under 2 minutes remaining in the half. Hannah Holden's going to take it. There it is. Nice ball up. It's high.
It is.
Tries to get a shot. Bausch is there. Or no, sorry, that's Kate McCarran. McCarran's there, and she's unable to turn it. McCarran tried to catch it one time and just missed it.
Yep.
Just missed it clean. It's coming to the end of the first half. Still no score. Hopkinton all but had a goal handed to them, and they were unable to finish. Holliston had a couple of good opportunities, but as we play out the rest of this half, I tell you what, Coach Chadsy's going to be. Holliston's able to keep this even.
It's a 50-50 game.
Quealy's there. Ball across. Nice ball across.
Nice ball across.
No one's there for Hopkinton. Fitzgerald's there. Fitzgerald's able to clear it, and she does. Here comes the ball, and there's Recupero. Look at that. Recupero, nice play. And stuffed again by Kate Quealy. So here's a Hopkinton throw in the closing seconds, I believe, of this first half. Hopkinton trying to make something happen. Kutchman, Fitzgerald, and that's it.
It is.
All right.
Yep.
So Holliston is right where they want to be with Hopkinton not being on the board. So Holliston, so far their game plan working out for this first half. So after one half of play, Holliston and Hopkinton are still at a 0-0 draw. Thank you for watching here on the Holliston Hub and Holliston Girls Varsity Soccer. Go take a break. go get something to eat, get a snack. Don't go too far because we're going to be right back. And we're back here at Kamitian Field for Holliston versus Hopkinton in the old Massachusetts derby. Holliston, Hopkinton, and we have a thriller of a game. And although the score doesn't indicate said thriller, but for the true soccer aficionados, the 0-0 game is exactly what Holliston is looking for. They remember last time they played Hopkinton in Hopkinton, they lost by a total lopsided score of 8-1. So Holliston had the first half that they were looking for, had some good scoring opportunities, got lucky on a couple plays where Hopkinton had an open shot and missed it. But here we are, 0-0 at the beginning of the second half. Holliston going from southwest to northeast, and Hopkinton, of course, going in said opposite direction. Once again, I'm your host, John Drohan, at the Holliston Hub with the color man and the godfather of Holliston softball, John Marshall. So what do you think? What has to happen here for Holliston to be able to sustain this?
Well, they can sustain it. I mean, they have the stamina and the skill to sustain it. I just think they just have to stay calm and keep doing precisely what they've been doing all along.
So Holliston trying to keep that. McCarron's with a good shot bringing that ball in. Kate McCarron able to get there, and there's Holden. Anya Holden muscles through, trying to get it, and still playing. And they let it play. Doniger's out there on the outside. So if you're Hopkinton and this keeps up, what's one of the things you have to worry about? There's Holden coming up. Hannah Holden sends the ball forward looking for Doniger. Doniger's racing. She's not going to get there in time, but she's going to force a clear out. So Holliston's going to move the ball into the Hopkinton end.
Yeah, if I was Hopkinton right now, I'll tell you exactly what they got to worry about is what's happened to number 9.
Number 9, of course, is Marin O'Connor. I wonder if Marin O'Connor might be injured.
Well, it's sad.
I don't see her out there.
She is a prime link.
No, correction. Marin O'Connor is there. So O'Connor's moved back. Yeah, O'Connor's there. O'Connor is at striker. She's back in. And there she is. And for right now, unable to find it.
Well, she's not.
Queeley's there.
I don't see it.
So Hopkinton.
I'm looking for
Hopkinton, their strikers. Number 10, as we said, been talking about Madison Recupero. So headed to Princeton following this academic year, not this season. She's got to finish up high school. Fitzgerald misses a ball across. Queeley does a good job of stuffing it, but it's going to force a Hopkinton corner.
Which is the one going to Princeton? I thought it was 10.
It is.
Okay, I can see 10. I cannot see 9. Show me a 9.
Nice play by Ainsley. Doniger outside, take that ball, and there she goes. She comes away with it. Gets it to Anya Holden. Holden tries to push it forward. Doniger trying to keep up, but she runs into trouble. Nice play by Paige Kutchman, catching that ball in the air and pushed it off to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald pushing forward, trying to stay with it. Caitlin Clark's there. There's Kate McCarron. McCarron turns to shoot. Clark's there. Clark pushes it back. Holden tries to get it across. Still there. Clark moves in, and it's going to be a whistle. And it looks like it's going to be a foul on Holden. There's too much contact. Caitlin Clark did a good job of pushing that ball down. So across the top, Gronsos for Hopkinton. Across the top is Gronsos, Tedstone, Recupero, and O'Connor. Clark trying to make something happen down there and is able to do it. Earns a throw in. Kutchman with the throw. Looking for McCarron. McCarron's unable to come down with it. And we'll try it all over again. This time it's going to be Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald trying to find Holden. She does. Ball goes overhead and it's cleared. There's Fitzgerald. Tries to come down with it. Can't. And those are the kind of, when those balls are up there, those are the ones you have to kind of go and get with your head.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yep.
But I see these girls doing that. That's another, encouraging thing. They're not
Clark's
backing away
there.
from heads.
And here's the clear. And this could be trouble. Nice play by Fitzgerald. Bausch sends it forward, but wow, Bausch gets some air under that. Taylor Scaff, who hasn't really been tested too much today, got a little bit nervous, but was able to come down with it cleanly. So Hopkinton clears out and goes back on the attack. Here's a ball forward. Gets a step behind Quealy. That's Tedstone. Ball across. And Lucas is there.
What a lovely save.
Tedstone had a nice ball across. Gronsos caught it. Had a nice turn on it, but Kira Lucas was right there. Nice save by Kira Lucas. So Holliston escapes some trouble. Lucas sends it forward with the left foot. Kolkari, and here comes Hopkinton again. Gronsos on the outside. Still Gronsos trying to find Recupero. There's O'Connor. O'Connor across. Ball gets taken off and cleared by Fitzgerald. Nice play by Fitzgerald. I'll tell you what, that Holliston back line is working between Fitzgerald, Quealy, Bausch. Holden's there. Hannah Holden in space. Put too hard of a touch. There's Holden again. Comes away with it. Sends it forward. Too hard of a push. Trying to find space that's looking for Doniger on the outside. There's Recupero. Trouble. She sends it forward. Fitzgerald's there. Does a good job of keeping an eye on Gransos. If you can keep that ball away from, like you said, if you can keep that ball away from 9 and 10, you got a fighting chance. And maybe you can get that ball to number 22, Kate McCarron.
That's a nice tackle.
See if you can. Quealy, good job trying to find Clark on the outside. Clark's going to run out of space. So Kaylee McDonald was injured in the first half. Looks like Kaylee is not back in. Hope she's doing okay. Kaylee's one of the captains, senior captains, and one of the stalwart standouts here for this Holliston club. Fitzgerald, McCarron, trying to find Holden. It's in traffic. Holliston. We had a little bit of technical difficulties here with some headphone difficulties. We were able to work through that. Again, we talked about having some of the Holliston hub that really the stalwart staff. I mean, if Don Cronin was here, Don Cronin, he has some magic hands. He'd be able to fix those headsets just by looking at them. But of course, we're carrying on.
Yep. Bravely making our way through.
Bravely,
right?
brave,
Yep.
right? The bravery, the courage.
I am really impressed because this is a far better game than the last couple of games I've seen.
Bausch is there. And it's not like Hopkinton's playing poorly or sloppily.
You can't. Yeah, you
No,
can't.
they're not.
Yeah, absolutely. They are an
they're
excellent side.
playing their game.
You can see why they have the statistics that they have. They're a superb team.
And we could be looking at so far to this point, one of the better performances of the Holliston defense, goalkeeping that we've seen maybe this whole season. We'll see.
Oh, I think it is. I think it's the best game I've seen them play this year.
Lucas sends it forward. Bausch. Bausch trying to push up on the outside. She's there. Keeps it. Bausch sends it forward and too hard. Bausch and Clark working on that outside.
Hopkinton have not been allowed to bring their defensive players up into the attack. That's what it looks like to me.
It seems to be making a difference. Long
Because
ball
they've been
out.
pegged back there all the time.
There's Quealy. There's a Cooper. Gets the ball taken off her by sophomore Hannah Holden. Doniger, nice play on the outside. And there goes Doniger up the right side.
Very skillful.
Anya Holden.
Careful.
Doniger pushes outside to Hannah Holden. Hannah sends it in forward, trying to find her sister. She's there. Holden, and she's going to get muscled out, and it's going to be a foul.
Should have been a foul.
So Holliston looks like they're going to get a free kick right from that right-hand corner.
This is a very dangerous spot for Hopkinton.
Could be quite dangerous. So let's see if Holliston can take advantage of this. He was taking. Looks like it's Hannah Holden taking this. Holden, ball's up, high in. McCarron looking for McCarron.
Oh.
McCarron pops it up. Ball popped in. Holden with one time. Oh!
Wow, very good.
Holden was on target, and a great save by Taylor Scaff. Holliston was there. We have another corner.
It was a beautiful attacking sequence there.
McCarron was almost able to get her head on it, unable to do so. 2 touches, came back to Hannah Holden, and she took a great shot and it was a good save because that ball was on target. Ball up again. Ball in, and a score!
Well done.
And a score!
Well done.
Oh my goodness! Anya Holden puts the ball in from her sister Hannah Holden on the corner. Holden to Holden, one-time header. Anya Holden scores, puts the ball past Scaff, and Holliston takes the lead 1-0.
Well,
Wow, that was one of the best shots I've seen in a long time.
It sticks the nail in the statement I often make that corners are useless and never hardly ever scored from.
There you go. I mean, I know sometimes corners can be boring, but I'll tell you what, it was a great ball in, and Holden timed it perfectly. We're talking about Anya Holden timed it perfectly from the corner in from her sister Hannah, and Holliston is on the board, takes the lead against Hopkinton in the 51st minute.
Well done. Now just do another one.
Holden again. Mancuso on the outside. Ball goes down. No whistle. There's Doniger. So here, as we discussed, if this is you take that 1-0 lead, and you're playing like we were talking about the old English football, and it's time to pack it in.
Yeah. Well,
we'll see. Again,
that could prove to be.
They're not exactly playing old English football. But you made a good point before that what Hopkinton hasn't been able to do is they haven't been able to bring their backs up.
No, they haven't.
And in the attack to create numbers, because Holliston's has been doing a great job in the midfield.
They've been pegging them
keeping
down
that ball forward.
That's right. They've been keeping on the attack.
Kate McCarron sends a long ball forward, trying to find Mulvaney, who's in the game now, and can't do it. So a huge, huge goal in the 51 with off the corner. That's one of the obviously some rehearsed set plays that they have, right? The set piece off the corner.
Yeah.
Hannah Holden, Anya Holden.
But
so this is what Holliston is right now. This is what they need to really watch is number 10. Madison Recupero is they are going to Hopkins do everything they can to try and get her the ball. So Holliston with the lead, 1-0. And playing truly one of the most skillful games that we've seen them play in quite some time.
In a long time, I think, yeah.
Bausch is there. Kulkarni, Bausch fights for it, and it's cleared.
Hold on. Now,
again, Bausch. He's got Doniger. There's McCarron. McCarron, nice turn forward. Here's Anya Holden. Holden's there. There's contact, no whistle. Holden goes down, gets up, more contact, and it looks like Holden's going to get the call this time.
yeah, I think that was fair.
Holden looks like she's some kind of an issue on the outside. She's stretching, and it looks like it could potentially be that knee. She wears a brace on her right knee. So Holden's down, and it looks like we have an injury. It could simply be nothing more than a cramp.
Yeah.
So it looks like she's stretching out right now. It might just be a cramp in that calf. So Holliston's playing with 10 right now. Why would that happen? All right. Ball in, and that's a good ball. Oh, Lucas comes out of the goal, but comes back. And there's Bausch.
Good.
That's Bausch. So it looked like Hopkinton had numbers coming in. It might have been just a substitution. It looks like she's just been subbed. So Holden's out, so Holliston's not playing a person down. McCarron on the outside. Comes away with it. Nice play. McCarron has speed. Sends it forward. Trying to find Mulvaney. Granfors is there. McCarron on the outside. Pushes it forward. Has Granfors. Ball in. It was Fitzgerald, or correction, that was Sophie Grant on the outside. Mulvaney gets the ball across, unable to hook it. Scaff to take it out. Here comes Hopkinton up the outside, and unable to control it, and it's going to be still going to be a Hopkinton throw. So Hopkinton trying to work that left side. Had a little bit of success, and here's Recupero. She loses it, and ball gets sent forward. McCarron's going to pursue, and McCarron's faster than...
Another good thing they're doing.
And there's Mulvaney. Mulvaney's there. So Mulvaney with McCarron up.
Come left.
Mulvaney goes down, and she's going to earn the whistle. So Mulvaney earns a whistle in the free kick, and this is dangerous. What do you think?
Very. Very dangerous.
So Mulvaney gets the free, and
one of the things I notice is...
This is in striking distance right here.
Holliston is very quick to clear their lines too.
So Holliston again with another great score. And remember that goal came off of the free kick that they had right in the corner area, and then they reset it, and then they scored on the corner. So it's going to be Mulvaney. Looks like Lauren Mulvaney is going to take this, the freshman, and she can hit it from there. Mulvaney can strike. So Mulvaney looking at a 5-person wall, trying to clear that. She lifts it, ball in. Great save by Scaff. But Mulvaney was on target.
Beautiful.
And it's still in.
Okay.
One-time shot.
Back. Oh, hard luck. What a lovely
That was a
free
one-time shot by the freshman Mancuso, and all of a sudden Hopkinton's in trouble.
That's an ace of a free kick. It was right on the button.
So I'll tell you what, that was a fantastic shot and a great save by the Hopkinton keeper.
Absolutely, yeah.
But Mulvaney put that, I mean, that was
there. He put
6
exactly
inches, a
where she
little
showed
higher. I don't know if Scaff gets so Scaff has had 2 tremendous saves, like 2 varsity saves in this game. So Holliston, who has the lead right now. Remember, we're entering in the 59th minute. Holliston leads Hopkinton by a score of 1-0 and could have had one more there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But as we know, Hopkinton has the ability to score, and hence is indicative of their undefeated season to this point. So we're entering the 60th minute. Holliston leads 1-0 on a beautiful header off the set piece corner by Anya Holden. And that ball's in. There's trouble.
That's it.
Queeley's there. Lucas came out. And Queeley was able to run it down, and it looks like it's going to be a Holliston free goal kick. Nice play by Kate Queeley to come and clear that out as Lucas looked like she was caught in no man's land.
You're saying you thought that was a varsity shot. I think you're doing it down. It's more than a varsity shot. It's
just a figure of speech as opposed to junior varsity.
That's a pro shot. That is. If anybody's.
Hopkinton again can't crack that line. Bausch, Queeley, Fitzgerald, Mancuso.
Look at that.
Let's not forget about Mancuso coming up in one time in that ball as well.
Yeah, that's right. Oh,
there's O'Connor.
Come on.
That's trouble. Bausch takes it off her.
She missed it.
Yeah.
They're so
Bausch
quick
doesn't
into
care.
the tackle. They're so quick into the
tackle. It's like Lila Bausch doesn't care what the record is. There's McCarron on the outside trying to find Doniger.
She got it. What happened there? I thought she missed.
Sophie Grant, the freshman on the outside, almost got to that ball where Scaff was out there. She almost had it. Before I forget, I wanted to do a quick shout out to the ball girls, the team that's helping us out today. It's the Holliston, the 5th grade. So I guess that's U12 Holliston, and they're, oddly enough, the Panthers. But that's the junior team that are helping out today, helping the game, doing all the ball work. You see them down there; they're in uniform.
Yeah.
And again, this is just another. This is the result of all that hard work of Holliston Youth Soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah, the organization that you essentially founded. Yeah. So
those little kids there finding the ball again, they do a good job. I remember when we used to have to go and walk and find a ball in the allotment sometimes.
That's right. I'm sure. I know the English audience is listening, right? The overseas, between your brother and his son Scott Marshall, they understand what the allotment is, but maybe on this side of the lake, they may not know. So Holliston down in Hopkinton's area again. Ainsley Doniger, she's been fighting all day. Fitzgerald's there, clears it, changes sides. Grant's there, so Grant on the outside. Nice play by her. Grant sends the ball in one time.
Hit it.
And didn't get enough of it. Grant Force
had
it. She had a good look. She could have taken a touch probably, and maybe had a little bit more, purpose and a little more pace on that shot. I bet she'd like to get that one back.
I don't know. If she'd have pulled that off, that would have had enough pace to have blasted it back of the net, I think.
So Holliston, looks like Holliston right now has two freshmen on the field right now. There's Grant. Grant doing a good job on the outside, causing trouble against Hopkinton. Gets the ball in. There's Doniger. So Doniger's there. So spending a lot more time in that Hopkinton end than I think Hopkinton wants to. There's O'Connor. There's Bausch. Bausch, once again, not letting Recupero touch that ball. Bausch clears again. Clark with a turn. Good touch. She's in trouble. Reversed.
Another good thing I've noticed is when the Holliston players go into a tackle, there's always somebody backing them up. So as the tackle kind of sort of fails, they're up there.
Coachman pops it forward, has Clark, yeah. Here's Clark. Clark on the outside. Clark tries to take it, and she stumbles with it. Tries to push it to her right, and had space to her left. She'd like to have that one back. Holden on the outside. Queeley's there. Queeley turns it, keeps it in. Grant. Sophie Grant's coming in, doing some damage here in the second half. There's Recupero. Nothing. Wherever she is, they find her. Doniger chasing. Doniger's there. Doniger comes away with it. And she gets...
was over the line, I think.
Yeah, and she gets called for the foul.
Oh, she does?
Or, yeah, that's
she
a
must
foul.
have done. It must be a foul, yeah.
So Doniger gets called for the foul. Looks like it was almost more trouble down there. Free kick cleared out. Kutchman's there. She sends it forward. There's Kutchman again. Hopkinton seems to be a little lost in the midfield right now. A little absent from some of these midfield balls that are coming in.
That's clever.
Nice play by Queeley on the outside. Lucas comes out.
Oh.
And there's a big collision.
Good. Yeah.
And it looks like... Who's that on the ground? It looks like Bausch on the ground. So Bausch is shaken up, and I don't know who hit her. Bausch is, she's trying to fight to stay in this game. But she looks like she's walking rather gingerly right now. I mean, Bausch is going to have to maybe have her foot cut off before she comes out of this game. Holden. Holden sends it forward, clears it, looking for McCarron. She's got her. Nice turn. That's a great ball by Hannah Holden on the outside. And that ball goes.
Come on.
So McCarron earns the foul. Looks like it's going to be a Holliston free kick in danger. Bausch is still walking gingerly. It looks like she did something. She has some leg injury. Free kick. It's going to be Hannah Holden again. She might be a little far to shoot from goal right now, but she'll get some distance. Fitzgerald trying to sneak in, and there she goes.
Oh, she's got it.
Ball comes in. Punch out by Scaff. Again, header. Grant's there. Kutchman. Grant sends it forward. One time by Clark. She can't connect. McCarron pops it up, and it's going to go too far. Clark tried to do a one time. She wasn't able to connect cleanly. Once again, Holliston doing some damage. Still holding on to that 1-0 lead.
They seem to be dominating the play at the moment.
I don't know if Hopkinton might be getting tired.
No.
Or this just, I think this,
so. I mean,
I will say this,
teams
the Holliston defense has been stifling to this point.
I don't think it's tiredness. I think they've been overworked.
Clark's there, can't control it.
I think the skill of the Holliston forward
Clark's able to keep it in.
and midfielders.
Kutchman's there. There's the ball forward.
No.
Queeley's there. Long ball in. Looking for, that's Recupero on the outside. Recupero with a touch. Recupero again, shoots. It's stuffed. Lucas stuffs it. Recupero had a good look, and Lucas was there right at the right time. Great play by Kira Lucas to come out.
It really was. That
Hopkinton
was,
throw.
Yeah.
Another hand.
No, come on.
Long shot in.
No.
And that could have been trouble. That was Alex Clark, took that from real distance. And again, that's one of those at this level with the height of the goalkeepers, sometimes those are really hard to judge.
Yep.
And it just cleared the crossbar. So Hopkinton unable to finish. McCarron in pursuit. It's going to be a one-time by Scaff trying to kick it out. She's got a good leg. There's Bausch. Bausch again. Bausch keeps it, pokes it forward.
No.
Fitzgerald, nice play on the outside. Was able to earn that back. Holliston gets to keep it. Battling Prisco. Recupero. She can't contain it. Clark's there. It's going to be a Hopkinton throw. There's Prisco. She sends the ball forward. Lucas is there. She's able to smother it. Almost loses it. That would have been unfortunate. That would have been an unfortunate goal. So Holliston still hanging on to the 1-0 lead as we're approaching the 70th minute right now. Lot of time left in this game. On the outside. Bausch challenges. She's there. Bausch comes away with it. Nice tackle by Lila Bausch. And it looks like it's going to be a Hopkinton corner.
Yeah.
So Hopkinton earns the corner from the left side. Sun's starting to go down. And they're going to do a timeout.
Oh.
All right, so 10 minutes left. What's the game plan here? If you're coaching this team, what are you telling them right now? If you're coaching Holliston,
I tell them, keep doing what you're doing. You just keep, I noticed when somebody goes in for a tackle, there's always one of their own players backing them up, and that's worked really well for these guys up to now. And just not get excited. Just keep going the way you're going. You're doing fine, and you'll make it. And
right now, because you could. It's easy to start thinking, right? This could, they could look at the scoreboard, they can look at the clock, they can look at the time, and they'll be like, it's, how much time is left?
Yeah,
all we have to do is just play for 10 more minutes, as opposed to just playing their game that they've been playing. I do, and I agree that.
Exactly. I mean, it's no good trying to, give them all fancy tactics and nuts like that. It doesn't. They're doing a good job. They've done an extremely good job. That's the best looking team I've seen a Holliston girls team in a long, long while. Since Phoebe Drohan was playing.
Since Phoebe Drohan, I remember that player. Great player.
Yeah.
Great player. I got to see Phoebe Drohan play this weekend at Connecticut College. Phoebe's playing at Connecticut right now. All right, so it's a Hopkinton corner from the left side.
Just mark everybody. Have nobody standing on their own.
I can't see from here who's actually taking the corner. It could be.
Don't know.
I can't guess. High ball in. Two Hopkinton players. So it's almost like they collided with one another.
That was a very good. Oh, why is that in the?
I thought that hit. It must have careened off a Hopkinton player. So we'll try it again.
That ball was curling in nicely. So
there's the ball in. It's up. And a kick save.
Oh,
Claire Fitzgerald is there.
Yep.
Claire Fitzgerald. That ball was going in. Lucas was nowhere.
Yep.
And Fitzgerald is able to stop. That ball was right on target.
Yep.
And number one, Claire Fitzgerald is having a fantastic game. Is able to clear that. We're going to do another Hopkinton corner, this time from the right-hand side. So we have to adjust our seating.
The ball, they managed to curl the ball in very, very nicely. That
was a great shot.
The goalkeeper up. It swung in behind her. It's a very cleverly taken corner.
High ball in.
No, it's too far.
It's tipped out. McCarron's there. Grant's there. And Lucas is able to control it as the ball lobs in. So two very, very, very good corners. And I'll tell you what, another game. This is one of those games. If you're Hopkinton, right? If you're Hopkinton, you're saying, we can't. Nothing's going, right?
That's right.
They're just
unlucky. That's very
unlucky.
true, but teams sometimes forget you should always put a player on the post, one of the posts, so that the goalkeeper can be controlling one post and somebody else is controlling the post.
And there she was.
Beat the situation like that.
And there she was, and save the goal, and potentially could save this game as we're winding down.
Yep.
72nd minute now. Holliston hanging on to a 1-0 lead. And there's Recupero. She gets the ball taken off her. So this is where, right? This is where Hollis right where they wanted to be, because Hopkins could start to get frustrated. Some of their star players may want to start doing things, working out of their long ball forward.
Keep going.
Here comes Grant. Look at that speed.
Keep going.
Grant's there. She fights for it.
Yes, she does, and she's got it. One of her own players.
There's Kutchman. Kutchman's there. Ball popped up. Fitzgerald's there. She gets a head on it, and it's going to be a Holliston throw. Great run by Sophie Grant.
Don't sit back on defense. You keep going at it. Keep attacking them. Don't sit back on defense.
It's hard for them to score when the ball's down in their end.
When their ball's in their half. Exactly.
What was your line last time? Make them worry about you instead of you worrying about them.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Grandfors is there. Here's Doniger. Doniger plays back. He's got Mancuso coming up. Grant's there. Grant almost gets a piece of it. McCarron's there. These are freshmen. Grandfors looks to shoot, gets stuffed. McCarron's there. There's Holden. Holden works on the outside, gets space, comes back, still holds on to it. Mancuso's there. She's able to keep it. It's going to be a Holliston throw. Holliston looks like they're playing with a little vigor right now. Holliston's got a little bit of confidence. They're not scared. No, they're not.
See, this is all killing time as well.
So here we go.
This is all killing time.
I mean, it's fun to kill time when you're taking corners.
Yeah.
So Holliston with another corner. It's Hannah Holden's going to take it. So here we go. Holden, nice ball up. Kutchman's there, gets a piece of it. And just misses.
Close.
Kutchman, once again, it's like Holliston can't do anything wrong.
No.
So Kutchman's there is almost able to stick it in that upper right-hand corner.
Yeah. Perfect.
'75th minute.
Come on, goalkeeper, get out.
This is trouble. Lucas.
Oh, no, there it goes.
Fitzgerald's there to clears it.
Beautiful.
And it's a foul. And they called a foul in the box. And Bausch is going to get called for a foul.
Is he giving a penalty?
And that is unfortunate.
He's giving a penalty. Oh, well, that is sad, yeah.
Hopkinton earns a penalty. It looks like it was a foul. So in the 75th minute, they called a foul on, I believe it was Bausch, on the collision with Recupero. And Lucas was there as well. Lucas was part of that collision. So she was coming out, and here's the penalty. Lucas. And she scores.
Oh, beautiful.
So Hopkinton scores on the penalty in the 75th minute.
Yep.
Lucas is unable to see that. It was a great shot.
Oh, it was a superb shot. No
See who
one's gonna
took
stop
that shot. So with 5 minutes remaining, Hopkins able to tie it up on a penalty shot by, and I still don't know who got called for that penalty. It might have been Bausch, but I think it could have been Kier Lucas as well. All right, under 5 to play. Kutchman. There's Grant. There's Fitzgerald. And Holliston's not playing for the draw.
No,
Yep, Holliston's not playing for the draw.
For win.
They feel like they've played well enough to win this game, and I think they have.
They shouldn't lose.
I think they have. That was an unfortunate call.
Good, head it.
There's Kutchman.
Yes, that's a foul too.
So Kutchman earns the foul. Holden to take the free. Holden sends it wide to the right-hand side, looking for Doniger. She's got her. Doniger, great handle on that ball. Doniger takes it down the sideline and gets a turn, and
corner.
She's able to earn herself a corner. So Holliston corner in the waning minutes of this match. Holden. Ball up. Scaff is there. She's down. Fitzgerald pops it.
Oh, no.
And she pops it wide. Holliston keeper Scaff was able to get hands on it, unable to control it. So Holliston scores in the 51st minute, and then is Hopkins awarded a penalty and is able to convert in the 75th minute.
You gotta get that.
Quealy on the outside is able to control it. So Holliston trying not to surrender a goal here, of course. But as I said, I don't think Holliston wants to draw.
No. They should just keep going.
Long ball up. Grant's there. So as time's winding down, Fitzgerald with the throw. Holliston trying to get one more chance at this. Grant Force. She sends it out. Bausch is there. Bausch is there, goes past her, and O'Connor's unable to corral it. So time ticks away. We are almost done here. We'll see if Holliston is going to try and get one last chance. Quealy sends the ball forward. Kutchman's there. And here's Recupero. You don't want her to have the ball. Ball comes across. Nice ball across. Nice step. Ball pops up and just clears the crossbar. Kier Lucas hustles to try and get it out. And it's going to be close. I don't know how much stoppage time we have. I don't know if they have stoppage time in high school soccer. There's Recupero again. I'm going to give her another opportunity. Holden pushes it up the outside, trying to find Mulvaney. Still in. Grandfors is there. And it bounces to Lucas. Sends it forward. Kutchman's there. She gets a hard touch, comes back and gets it. Still no whistles, able to keep it, and it's going to go out. It's going to be a Hopkinton throw. Can't be that much time left. This may be the last this may be the last thing we see, and there it is.
Oh.
So Holliston plays arguably their best game of the season to draw against the undefeated Hopkinton. Final score, a score of 1-1. But I'll tell you what, Holliston, I'll bet those kids right now are feeling like that they won this game.
Oh, well, they should do. They should feel very proud of themselves. They were equally, if I summed up the game, they were the best team on the field tonight. And there's no doubt about that in my mind. And I think that they would have deserved to win, but they equally deserve a draw. You give credit to the other team. They're a clever little team.
Hopkinton,
really
a very good team, and played a good game. Had some, and these are the kind of games. This is how you stay in these games against these good sides. You get lucky, right?
Yeah,
so,
you've got
right. I always say it. Sometimes I'd rather be lucky than good.
Yeah. You've got to have a little bit of luck, but you've got to have a lot of graft as well. And these guys showed that today. They worked their heart out.
So Holliston scores their big goal came in the 51st minute with Hannah Holden sending a corner, and on the other end scoring a header by her sister Anya Holden, and then Hopkinton was able to tie it up on a penalty in the 75th minute. And the final here at Holliston's High School Kamitian Field, Holliston won and Hopkinton won. Holliston moves to a record of 10-3-3, and Hopkinton remains undefeated, and their record goes to 14-0-2. On behalf of the Holliston Hub, our executive producer Tom Harmon, and my co-host Mr. John Marshall, I'm John Drowan. Thank you for joining us here on Holliston Girls Soccer. We'll see everybody next time.